Online adverts for junk food are about to be banned in the UK. And while some are praising this as a really great move, others are saying that it falls short in some crucial aspects. In this video, we'll go through what the ban actually is, why people think it's good, and why people think that it's just not going to do enough to solve the issue of obesity in the UK. So for a bit of context, in 2022, the Health and Care Act, the law that's trying to ban children from seeing junk food adverts, received royal ascension. However, it's been postponed for years and years because of industry lobbying, and so the new restrictions will only take place starting from the 5th of January 2026. The regulations will ban high-fat, salt and sugar food products from being advertised before 9 o'clock on television and completely banned online, and mark a significant milestone for the future of the public health of England. So let's look at the good aspects of this new regulation. It's expected that 7.2 billion calories will be removed from children's diets as a result of these new regulations, preventing an estimated 20,000 cases of childhood obesity. Now, this is particularly important because the latest government data paints a really bad image for the state of children's health. Around 10.5% of reception-aged children, rising to 22.2% of Year 6 children, are obese in the UK. By age 5, around 1 in 5 children suffer from tooth decay from excessive sugar consumption. Now, this makes sense when you consider how much advertising these junk food brands spend trying to get children to buy their products. In 2022 alone, the top 10 fast food and delivery brands spent £87 million on social media and digital adverts. And we have to remember that children are some of the most vulnerable groups to advertising because their brain just hasn't developed the critical thinking needed to discern fact from fiction. In 2019, Transport for London banned junk food adverts across its entire network. And 10 months after a considerable amount of time, the average person had reduced their calorific consumption by about 1.5 chocolate bars per week per person. That doesn't sound like a lot, but cumulatively, that makes a massive impact on individuals' health and the health of our society. It also makes a difference to your taxes. Obesity is dangerous. It's the second biggest preventable cause of cancer and costs the NHS £11 billion per year. So there's real reason why we need to have a junk food ban. It's not just bad for people's health, it's also bad for our society as a whole. But since this regulation was first proposed, industry lobbyists have worked tirelessly to water it down and make it more favourable to them. An example of this is that the food brands would go to the local councillors and say, look, if we stop advertising the unhealthy food, the advertising revenue your council is going to get could fall by up to 30%. Now, if you're a councillor working in a more deprived area, you're going to really need that money and you're going to be a lot more hesitant to losing 30% than someone who's working in a more affluent area. This is particularly troubling because junk food adverts are 6 times more likely to appear in deprived areas than more affluent areas, showing this societal inequality in health and advertising. Other criticisms of this regulation are the fact that junk food brands can still advertise themselves as long as they don't advertise a high-fat, salt or sugar product. So for example, McDonald's can still advertise themselves to children and say, we've got delicious food, we'll make you happy. As long as they don't show a burger or show chips or milkshake in that, they'll be fine. Now obviously, brands have very clever ways of marketing to us that you don't need to see the product. And so there's still real risk that these brands will pull children into their stores where then they will buy the high-fat, salt and sugar products. It also doesn't stop out-of-home advertising, so think about what you see on billboards or bus stops. These junk food brands spend over £400 million per year advertising in out-of-home settings. That's nearly 5 times as much as they spent on digital and social media advertising. So critics are saying that this regulation doesn't go far enough and misses the bulk of the problem. So this takes us to what impact the ban will have. If you're an optimist, you'll think that this ban will reduce the total number of junk food adverts being advertised. Brands will advertise healthier options, leading to consumer change towards purchasing healthier food. Or that brands will just reformulate their products to make them not high fat, salt and sugar, which is what we've seen with some of the sugar taxes that have come in. If you're a pessimist, you'll just see this as an opportunity for junk food brands to pivot and adapt. Still advertising to children, still advertising high-fat, salt and sugar products, but just not on TV before 9 o'clock and not on social media. Only time will tell what impact this regulation will have. Let me know in the comments if you think this ban will actually have an impact. And please like and subscribe to be the first to see my future videos where I'll be unpacking more of the food system.